Welcome to the Jill on Money Show. It's Wednesday, May 15th, and we are here trying to help you make better financial decisions, or maybe just different ones. If something's going on percolating in your real life and it kind of touches your money in some way, we'd love to hear from you. Go to our website, jillonmoney.com, click the Contact Us button, and let us know if you'd be willing to come on the air by checking that box. While you are on the website, don't forget to check out all the beautiful content that lives there. By the way, if you've got pictures of your furry friends, we always love that. We haven't promoted that part of the website in a while. So please send us your photos of your cute pets. And I know that I'm very partial to the dog. All right, let's get going here. Today, we're talking to Cece, who's on the line from Washington State. Hi, Cece. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing well. Great to hear your voice.
Great to talk to you. Tell us what's going on. How can we help you out?
Yeah, so we recently had some shifts in our income so that we're now going to be in a lower tax bracket for the next couple of years. So previously we were in about the 34th percent, and now we're going to be in the 24th percent for at least this year, if not also next. And we're hoping to make the most of that.
Okay.
The challenge is that we live in a pretty high cost of living place, and we don't really have a lot of extra cash on hand. So everything that comes in each month pretty much goes out each month. And we're trying to figure out how we can really make the most of being in the lower tax bracket with the limited cash that we have.
Okay. So are you working full time?
I'm working part-time.
How much do you earn?
Around 100,000 gross.
Okay. And you have a partner, husband, wife?
Yes, my husband is working full-time, and he's a little over 230.
Okay. So what is the nature of your retirement contributions right now?
So my husband recently shifted to a Roth contribution, and he's maxing out, and he gets a 50% match.
50? 50 up
Yeah.
to some, 50 up to some portion, or 50 for the whole thing?
I believe it's 50 for the whole thing.
Oh my God.
Amazing. Yeah.
Holy smokes. Okay. And what about you?
I'm only contributing minimally, in part because we've already saved a decent amount towards retirement, and also just to try to maximize our monthly income, since mine
Sure.
is
And
lower now.
and when you say minimally, also in a Roth, right?
Yes, also in a
Okay.
Roth.
Great. So tell us about what you've saved so far.
So right now, between the Roth and the pre-tax that we have, it's around 1.2 million saved.
Can you tell me, I'm sorry to be a pain in the neck, but of that, what's Roth, what's
Sure.
traditional?
Yeah, so traditional is around 865,
Okay.
and the Roth is around 340.
Okay, great. That's wonderful. And do you guys have kids?
We do. We have 2 kids in elementary school,
How old?
8 and 10.
Okay, 8 and 10. Do you have money that's saved for them for college?
We do. It's probably not as high as we would like it to be right now, but it's about 50,000
Between
total.
the two?
And,
Okay.
Yeah. In the
And are you,
529.
okay, great. And what about non-retirement money? Do you have money saved in, let's say a brokerage account?
Yeah, and so this is where it might get a little bit interesting, in that we do have about 50,000 just in a general mutual fund, non-retirement mutual fund.
Mm-hmm.
And then I used to work for a technology company and got some shares from working there that have done really, really well. And right now those are valued at around $95,000. And this is something that we've been very cognizant that maybe we have too much exposure to that, and we might want to take some out. And that's where we're thinking maybe that's where we might be able to get creative.
Yeah.
But yeah, so non-retirement is basically those two things combined.
Okay. And money in the bank, just savings, boring.
Yeah, so also probably not high enough. Our emergency fund right now is about 38,000.
Mm-hmm.
And that's in a high interest savings. And then checking tends to range anywhere from 15 to 25,000 a month.
Great. You said you're in a high cost of living state.
Yeah.
Tell me about how it costs you to live in a house, or are you renting? What's going on?
So we did buy a house recently, and our mortgage is pretty high, and we still have a lot left on the mortgage.
What is the house worth?
think right now maybe about 1.6 million.
Holy moly. Okay.
I
What's
know.
the mortgage amount?
What is their mortgage amount? It is about 8,400 a month.
What is the total balance that's outstanding?
Yeah, about 1.2 million.
Okay. And what's the interest rate?
5.85.
Not terrible. Could have been
Yeah,
worse.
we bought some points at the time that we
Yeah.
bought the house to
So
get it
how
down.
so right now, when you look at your cash flow, how
Mhm.
is it? You know what I mean? Like this is a
Yeah.
lot. I mean, I know you're making good money, but that's a high amount for your mortgage as a
Mhm.
monthly. Are you making this? Or you're putting some money away into retirement, both of you. You're putting a few bucks into your
Mhm.
529. You're paying off your mortgage. Like this sounds, if it sounds like to me, you must be living pretty close at, even though it's 300 something $1,000.
Yes, it's very close. I mean, basically, the net income that we make is what we use to pay our monthly expenses. So besides saving for retirement, putting the small contributions each month into the 529
Mm-hmm.
and, paying the mortgage and whatnot, like we're not really saving anything else right now.
Okay.
If anything, we're seeing a slight decrease in our
Right.
our bank account each month.
What happens now? Are you planning to, like you said, okay, I'm working, you took a hit in income. Are you going to go back and start earning more in a couple of years?
Yeah, that's the plan.
What happened? Were you burnt out? Like what happened? Why'd you leave?
I was burnt out. And then there were some needs with our kids where I needed to kind of create some more capacity
I hear
in
you.
my life.
How old are you, Cece?
I am turning 40 soon.
Oh, you're young yet. And what about the husband?
He's 2 years older.
Okay, 42. All right, you're in great shape. Don't worry. Okay, here's what you're going to do. Because you are in a lower tax bracket, it's not like it's zero because it's not going to be quite as good as you'd like but you are going to sell the money that's all in that tech stock. You can keep some portion of it, like just in case you don't want to feel bad about yourself or something. But
Right.
I would sell the bulk of that out.
Okay.
And I would pay your capital gains because, you're going to be probably at 18.3% as a capital gains rate. But when you go back to work eventually, you're going to be making like what? How much? 300,000?
I'm hoping that I'll be back to what I was before, which was like a little under 200. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so I think I would definitely do that right now because especially for this year, just take some of the money off the table. Even if you feel like, oh, I don't want to do it all. Okay, fine. Take half of it off the table. The thing that I have to ask you is, first things first, would you feel better if you had more money in savings? Are you feeling a little bit anxious about this?
I mean, not necessarily, because we do have the stock, as we were talking about. Plus, if we had to liquidate that mutual fund, we could and then pay the tax on that.
Okay.
I mean, certainly would be nice, but it's not keeping me up at night.
Okay, good. So what I would probably do is I would take the proceeds from that while you're in a lower tax bracket and I'd pop it into the 529 plan. And I would just I would take 18 grand each, which is what your gift tax allowance is. You could put 36. So you have the proceeds. I don't know, like you'll have to, do you work with an accountant?
No, but we could find one.
Okay. You don't have to. I was just wondering because you could make someone do some work. But what I would probably do is I would take some of the money off the table of the tech stock for this year, and make sure you keep enough money in savings because you'll have a tax due next year. Right. And if your tax bracket is lower again next year, you can either sell the rest of the tech stock, you could sell the mutual fund, but the nice thing is if you can harvest gains, mostly from the tech stock, I think that I don't want you to feel bad if the thing keeps zooming up, but you have had a huge bounce and things have gone well. So you might as well take some money off the table, pay the tax that's due. 18 grand can go into each of these kids' accounts. You can even do more than that. But for now, that's what I would do. And keep proceeding. And then that's the thing to do right now while you're in a low tax bracket. You're using the Roth and take the gains, contribute to the 529 account so that you can maybe not even have to worry about that money. How much you putting in every month for the kids right now?
Between both of them, it's $300 a month.
Yeah, so just forget that. Stop doing that. Just let's put in, maybe you can look, if you sold the whole tech position, right? If you had $95,000, what you could do is you'd put some portion, put a quarter of it aside to pay taxes. You have that extra 20 grand. You can throw it into a 9-month CD if you want to. Okay. And you pay the tax that's due. And then you take the proceeds of that tech stock sale. And if you had enough, you could put in $36,000 each for each kid. You could just get that done in one fell swoop. And then you don't have to worry about it. It's like, are they going to go to private or public school?
Hopefully public, but who knows?
Yeah. I mean, if you went to public college, I think that would be a great way for you to harvest this gain, pay the tax that's due, then put it into a 529 account where it's going to be protected from taxation in the future. It's like such a great do. And the only thing is, if the tech stock keeps zooming up and you're going to feel bad about it, then keep some portion of it.
Right.
I don't know what that is.
Can I ask 2 other related questions?
Do it.
One is, the thought had crossed our minds to potentially use some of the money to recast our mortgage. Would that be a silly thing to do given the mortgage rate? I
don't know if I would do that. I think the recasting now is not going to make sense. I think what's better to do is to wait until rates fall and then you'll refi. And that'll be it. Did you hear Mark say no?
I mean, we just got a house too. We're same boat as you, 6.25% mortgage. But they're going to come down, and it's not going to happen this year. Probably won't happen next year. But 2026, you'll be able to refinance.
I think you'll be able to refi also. And I don't think it's worth. I just don't think it's worth doing the recast now. It's not compelling. It's not going to be good enough for you.
And you think there's more of a tax benefit to contributing to to boosting the 529 plans as opposed to doing a Roth conversion?
Oh, yeah. You don't have enough cash. First of all, you don't have any cash to do the Roth conversion. So, no, you can't do that.
Okay.
You're in great shape.
This is great.
All right, wait.
Thank
last
you.
thing. Wait, 2 last things. You have your estate documents?
We do.
Okay.
And we have life insurance.
Okay. Term life?
Yes, term.
Okay. Then I'm letting you go. Cece from Washington State, go enjoy your low tax bracket. It's actually, you'll be happy when you have to pay higher tax rate because you'll be making more money. But you know what? You're in great shape. You're doing what you should be doing. 40 years old. You're rocking and rolling. And we wish you the best of luck. Give us a holler if you need anything else. If you are thinking about what to do, if you just happen to temporarily be in a lower tax bracket, what a great question. Give us a holler. Go to JillOnMoney.com. Click the Contact Us button. Check the box if you'd like to come on the air. And don't forget that while you are there, you can do all sorts of things. You can subscribe to Jill on Money Live. You can buy my book. You can check out the Jill on Money Show, powered by The Compound on YouTube. All right, subscribe to us on the Odyssey app or wherever you find your favorite podcasts, and try to put your hands metaphorically, maybe physically, on someone's back. Someone needs a hug. Change your work, change your wealth, change your life. Thank you for listening. We'll talk to you tomorrow.